What's up, veterans, transitioning service members, military service members? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Off the Battlefield podcast presented by Veterans Claim Servants. Today, we are going to be talking about, can I work full time and collect VA disability? I'm going to go over that. There is a myth going around the rumor mill saying I cannot work and I don't want to work. And the only way that I can get 100% is if I do not work. And that's not necessarily true. I'll explain that to you. But before we get going, make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, share this out with someone that can use this help, right? This information. We are veterans serving veterans. We want to make sure that you get the education and resources that you deserve, my friends. And always, I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, thank you for serving our country. You are super appreciated. So, can you work full time and collect VA disability? Can you work with VA disability at all? Right? In many cases, guess what the answer is? Yes. Right? Yes, you can. Right? Many veterans are like, what in the world? Can I work? What makes me not be able to work? But let me say this to you. If you are rated for something, if you're rated for your back, or if you're rated for PTSD, and you go to a CMP exam and you say that you have a hard time in crowds, and you say that you have a hard time dealing with fireworks, if you have a back issue and your range of motion is terrible, but you're a Amazon warehouse worker, right? And you are lifting stuff all day long, right? And doing a very physical job, and you're a mechanic or something of that nature, but yet you're getting a 20 or 40% rating on your back. I mean, don't do anything that is contrary to what you've told the CMP examiner, right? That's just, that's where the VA gets suspicious with things. So don't do anything, work within the confines of your limitations. Don't give the VA a reason to think that you're doing or saying something fraudulent, okay? I'm not saying that you are, I'm just giving you that tip. So, yes, you can work. It depends on the situation, which I'm going to break down all of this stuff for you. And work within the confines of your limitations, okay? So, can you work with VA disability? Right? Veterans with a 100% scheduler VA rating can work full time, but those with the total disability, individual unemployability, IU, must earn below the federal poverty level or engage in marginal employment or sheltered employment. Are you working indoors? Are you working in a sheltered environment? Are you working with family? I don't know, but you really want to be careful on that if you are IU. So, individual unemployability, I don't want to insult your intelligence, is you're say 70% for PTSD. They aren't budging to give you 100%. You feel like you can't work at this time due to the PTSD. So you put in a 218940 form, an IU form, and you submit in for individual unemployability. And then they grant you 100%, right? You're really 70, but they've given you 100%. You cannot work and make above the poverty level. And or engage in marginal employment. You need to know that. If you do, then they find out, then you could be in debt and they can reduce you back to that 70% rating. I'm just giving you an example, right? Um, Employment and VA disability claims. Having a job generally does not impact the process of applying for or increasing VA disability ratings, which are based on service connected conditions. As you know, TDIU employment options. Veterans with TDIU can work in freelance, home based, or marginal jobs as long as they don't exceed poverty line earnings. And VRE support for employment, the Veteran Readiness and Employment Program, aka the VRE program, helps disabled veterans find and keep meaningful jobs by offering job placement, resume help, and career training as well too. So, can you work full time and collect VA disability? Yes, with a couple of exceptions. There are no work restrictions if you have a single or combined 100% scheduler VA rating, meaning 100% for PTSD, or it's combined, it's hitting 95% naturally, and you're at a natural 100. Okay. So yes, you can. Can I work with permanent TDIU? There are restrictions regarding working full time and receiving total disability based on individual unemployability, as seen below. You can continue to work while having a 100% VA rating due to TDIU as long as you make less than the federal poverty income level considered marginal employment. You can continue to work if you don't have 100% permanent and total rating originating from a TDIU rating. Okay. Um, can a disabled veteran work? Just because you have a service connected disability doesn't necessarily mean you can't still work in some capacity. You may just need to do modified work, reduce your hours, or work from home, right? Again, work within the confines of your limitations, veterans. For some veterans, employment is neither possible nor helpful. However, for others, work can fill significant needs. Mentally, employment can provide you with a sense of confidence, purpose, and achievement, and many other things, right? Physically, your job can give you a reason to get your body out of bed in the morning and keep it active and agile. Again, do not go against the grain of what you've claimed. Okay. Do not do that. And financially, your income can provide needed support for you and your family. Some people just don't have an option. You have to do it or you're going to end up homeless. Okay. But again, know what you have, know what you're rated. Are you IU? Are you 100% PNT? Are you naturally there because you have combined service connected conditions at 100? Yes, you're still able to work. Just that IU means that you cannot make above the poverty level, right? And that you can participate in marginal employment or sheltered environment employment. Will employment hurt your chances of getting a VA disability increase if you're filing for a disability increase, right? Or applying? You may wonder, is this going to hold me down? Will this make the process more complicated and challenging? Right? You may worry that the VA will tell you that if your physical or mental health is not so bad that you can't work, it's not bad enough to give you a higher VA compensation. Don't worry. There are a lot of untruths and half truths out there about VA disability and employment. Right? The VA disability compensation is awarded in recognition of the disabilities, diseases, or injuries, right, incurred or aggravated during your active military service. They're based on a graduated scale, among other things. They're designed to compensate for the inability to work in certain capacities due to your service connected physical and mental health conditions. So, how are you impacted occupationally and socially? Are you having to take time off of work? Are you having migraines or headaches that are making you stop work at that time? And is the DBQ showing that? Is your headache log matching up with that? And is your treatment record showing that as well too? You need to know that. So no, there are half truths out there that, oh, I can't apply and for something or an increase because I'm going to get stuff taken away from me. That's not true at all. If you have the evidence to back up things and it's seriously a problem for that particular condition, then absolutely you can put yourself in the best position to warrant a increase for whatever position that you're applying for. If it's gotten worse, apply for it. Just make sure that you have the treatment to back that up as well too. Make sure that you have a personal statement and make sure that you articulate what is going on with yourself and that condition and how you're being impacted occupationally and socially. I'm having to miss work to go to physical therapy now because of my back, my knees, and my cervical spine. I don't know what you're going through. You do. You are your best advocate, right? So it's very, very important to know that. Um, Always. So, yes, you can work IU, poverty level, marginal employment, and do not work out of the confines of your limitations, right? Don't say that you have a problem climbing and doing things, and yet you have a private investigator on your butt, or you go into the VA and you tell them that you're working as a roofer. That makes no sense. That doesn't, and that wouldn't make sense to you too. You'd be going, hold on, man. You told me that you have a major back issue and knee problems, but yet you're a roofer. You're the head foreman. So be careful in that. And also make sure that you are being truthful and honest about the things that you're applying for, and just don't minimize anything. So don't lie, but don't minimize. I talk about that a lot. So minimization and lying are two different things. Make sure that you know the difference. Okay. But yes, you can work. There's a lot of half truths. If you have any questions, you can reach out um, to us. You can email us and we will do our best to get back to you at info@veteransclaimservants.com. We'd like to answer any of your questions or comment on this video as well too. And we'll try to respond to your comment as well. So those are the things that we talked about today. Can you work with VA disability? Yes. Except IU, you must earn below the federal poverty level and engage in marginal employment, right? Can you have a VA disability claim in and be employed? Yes, right? TDIU employment options. You can work in freelance, home based, or marginal jobs as long as they don't exceed poverty line earnings, right? And then you've also got the VR and E, the readiness and employment as well too. So those are the huge things. Again, just don't work outside the confines of your limitation. I know I've repeated that a few times on here. I don't mean to sound redundant. I just want you to understand that yes, you can work. So just know what your rating is. Thank you for tuning in today. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment to this channel, share this out, hit that notification bell, and share this with someone that can use this work to debunk any myths that you may have about working full time and collecting VA disability. Thank you for your service to our country. Thank you for tuning in. Till next time, hasta la vista. I'm out.